Hey everybody, this is Salt Lake City, Utah. I have the coolest view, and although I'm really excited to go home, I'm gonna kind of miss this view a little bit. So I see like two sides of the mountains. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's really pretty. It's kind of has this like layer of haze. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of crazy. So I'm on, hey Kristen, I am on the 17th floor, so I get a cool view. So we had breakfast this morning, and I was like, everybody come up to my room to see this view. So we're not wasting it. How are you guys doing? So hello. I'm trying something new. I have it on a selfie stick instead of on my tripod. I feel like I'm super blown out by that light. How are you guys doing? It's kind of hard to read actually from a selfie stick. So hi, how are you? So I just wanted to come on real quickly and kind of do my, Cindy, how are you? Cindy, come find me. I'm going to be here for another, I don't know how long, like an hour or something, and I'm going to leave. But anyway, I don't know if I'm in my hotel room. I'm at the Little America. Anyways, but yeah, so I just wanted to, I don't know, I've been trying to wrap my head around everything that I sort of learned. You're at the cafe down here or the other one at Grand America. I'll come find you. But I just wanted to yeah. So I just wanted to kind of wrap my head around everything, right? So thinking about, you're downstairs, so I'll come down there. But yeah, I just really wanted to wrap my head around everything that I've kind of learned, and just trying to make sense of everything. Going to the Periscope Summit and then coming to the Alt Summit, and just trying to figure out what did I learn from this experience. And I think that I'm very I have to make sense of stuff, after it's finished. And one of the biggest things I've been thinking about and paying attention to is confidence, right? Is this thought of confidence. And because it was such a different experience going to Periscope Summit and then coming here. At Periscope Summit, I felt like I really didn't know anybody. And so I went from really knowing no one to, really knowing a lot of people here in Salt Lake at Alt Summit. And so it's so different, feeling kind of on the bottom of the totem pole, and then going where you're speaking at an event and you're almost towards the top of the totem. Well, of course I'm not the top of the totem pole, but just shifting, and how much that made me feel, how different I felt inside being at the different ones. Oh good. Yeah, I'm glad you got to see that. So how different it made me feel, kind of going up and down through those motions. And the other thing is we're so hard on ourselves, and I can't even believe how hard we are on ourselves. And just talking to a few people that I had met, and having people come up to me and saying that they follow me and they know who I am, and that all this other stuff. Hey Raina, how are you? It was a shift. We don't see ourselves the way that other people see ourselves, and to kind of hear some ways that people see me and think of me and whatever, and people are oh, you're doing such amazing things, and I'm like, am I? You just have a really weird, distorted view of yourself. And yesterday Justina talked about being your own best friend, and I keep thinking about this, being your own best friend, because she was sorry, I'm using a selfie stick, it's kind of weird. Because if you're not your own best friend, you're your own worst enemy, is what she said. And I just really, really resonate with that, because I think that of all the people, the harshest people, the biggest hater is myself. And gosh, that sounds so weird to say. I know, seriously, I feel like my biggest hater, yeah, you wrote it down 10 times. Literally, my biggest hater is myself. And I psych myself up. I can't believe just a change in environment, how different I was from going from one conference to the other one, and what a difference all those external sources made in my the way that I felt about myself. But it's it shouldn't, right? I can be my own best friend, right? I can be my biggest cheerleader, and I need to see myself the way that other people see myself, or the way that other people see me. Because as soon as I was hearing how other people were seeing me, and reacting to the way that I was being, I was oh my gosh, I don't even see myself that way. People are oh, you're doing amazing things, you're doing awesome stuff, oh, I love you, you're so fun, this and that. I'm and those are not the things that I tell myself in my head, at all. And then I started thinking about too, like everybody always looks like they have it together, like they're so confident. Like everyone's like, oh, you're so confident. I'm like, but I'm not. Like, like people just see you totally differently, and it's like, oh, thank you so much. But yeah, like I just see myself so differently than I feel like the rest of the world sees myself, and so I think that I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? Like I think that a lot of people look like they're really confident on the outside. Creeps, I know. I think a lot of people look like that they have it all together and that they're super confident and they have so much going on, and we just have we're just looking at the very like skim surface, right? We have no idea what's below. It's like that whole iceberg concept, how you're like looking at this little thing, but then below is all the depth below, and it's just mind opening. It's just mind blowing to see that. Thank you for sharing your world over there. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, nobody's listening to my Periscopes. Nobody cares about my Periscope, and people are like, I come up to you and I watch your Periscopes and all this stuff. It's just so weird to hear that. And but yeah, it's just it was a major shift from one conference to the next. And but that was the big takeaway that I got from both of them, is that like I'm tired of my confidence resting on other people, the way they treat me or the way that I feel or the external services. It's like if everyone around me is bummed out, then I get bummed out. Like it shouldn't be that way, right? Like we need to grab it from different places. Oh, thank you. And I feel like this is kind of a weird, not what I'm used to, not the kind of scope I usually do. I usually do very tip driven, very value. But this is the biggest thing that I learned, right? Like I could sit here and tell you, oh, I learned about, oh, cool. Yeah, Susanville. I know I've heard of that. I'm from Modesto originally in California. I don't know if that's anywhere near there. I've totally heard of Susanville, but I can't remember where it is. But yeah, I could say, oh, here's the tips on marketing. Here's the tips on this and that. But honestly, that wasn't what I took away from both of the conferences. Like I really took away, being self-confident and believing in your abilities and, listening to what people are telling you about yourself and believe that over like all the hater voices you have in your head. So anyways, that probably wasn't real quick. I said it would be real quick, but it probably wasn't. But I just want to close with that, like that you are amazing, just as the way that you are. 90 miles from Reno. Okay, so not super far from where I grew up. So yeah, you're amazing. And if only we saw each other the way that other people saw us, like we wouldn't have all these issues, right? And like not feel like enough, like not feel, gosh, hola, sexy baby, like really. Okay, sorry. All right, Sydney's telling me to come downstairs. So I'm going to go ahead and head down there and give her a hug. But anyways, you guys, I love you guys so much and love yourself. Just be your own best friend. Be confident in what you can do. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Yeah, I'm not heading home till tomorrow, but oh my gosh, it's a long time coming. My kids are going to miss me so much. It's crazy. I mean, they're already missing me. I miss them so much. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. I hope this encouraged you today, and I'll see you tomorrow or later. Actually, probably not until I'm back in San Diego. I live in California. I live in San Diego. No, I didn't get to meet her. I saw her a bunch of times, but I just left.